What's going on, everybody? This is Lauren with the TMF Apparel Podcast, and today I'm going to talk about the Bellator Light Heavyweight Grand Prix. First round happened last night, Ryan Bader versus Lyoto Machida, and this was a fight that I've been looking forward to. I love watching Ryan Bader fight, right? The man just dominates in there. He's got such knockout power. Fights are always exciting to watch, so I was amped up for this fight. And going into it, Lyoto Machida was a strong opponent against him. So, opened up round one. It was, they both came out fairly aggressive. There was a lot of movement. There was a lot of energy. And, Machida really took advantage of round one over Bader. He had to throw some solid leg kicks, some solid body kicks, and he really did a good job of mitigating the distance between him and Bader. He didn't let Bader close the distance, because once he closes the distance and goes for the takedown or the ground and pound, he's really dangerous. Really dangerous. And I think Machida knew that. Being more of a karate-based fighter, he didn't want this fight ever to touch the mat. And he did an excellent job at mitigating the takedowns. Round one, threw some solid kicks to the legs, solid kicks to the body, a couple question mark kicks that got through. And Bader didn't really have a strong defense for it. He ate a couple. He was checking kicks, but we all know when you check a kick, you still eat a kick. So, that being said, went through round one. I predicted a second round KO by Bader. He usually does not like these fights to go into the later rounds, and I really saw a second round KO coming. I didn't think he was get the first round, only because patience has been patience is on your side in these fights. You go out there and you rush in and you usually make some mistake. And I watching the first round, I thought that Bader was definitely pressuring Machida a lot to get in there, and I thought he might actually get caught with something, but he didn't. His ribs looked busted up. His leg was pretty swollen after round one, but all in all, he's still in good shape. Round two rolls around, and it was kind of a lot of the same action. There was a whole lot of Bader pressing forward, Machida keeping the distance, and I would give rounds 1 and 2 to Lyoto Machida for sure. Even though Bader was very aggressive, he just didn't get the job done in rounds 1 and 2, but he did stay patient. Rounds 3, 4, and 5, that's a different story. Rounds 3, Bader gets in, lands some decent shots. Machida didn't really have much offense to it. And ultimately, Bader got him down on the mat and just pinned him down for the ground and pound. And in round 3, Bader definitely scored big points on the takedown and the control on the ground. And it was evident that Machida did not want to be there. He landed some big elbows to the body, some big headshots. End of round 3, bell dings, they get up. Machida is visibly beaten for that round. So round 3 definitely went to Bader. Round 4, Bader takes him down within the first 40 seconds of the fight, and they stay on the mat pretty much the entire round. Bader's pinning him to the ground, excellent leg control, excellent body positioning, and he's just pounding on him, just wearing him down, and you could tell that Machida did not know what to do to get out of there. Like, there was no getting this big bear off you. So, he dominated round 4. Round 5, exact same thing. He knew once Bader took Lyoto Machida to the ground, he knew it was game over for Lyoto Machida. He was not getting up. He was not going to in any way win from bottom positioning. He just wasn't. He was a beaten man. So he took him down again, landed a lot of heavy shots, and just kept control of the fight on the ground. Now, while it's not the most exciting thing to do, it was still a great ground and pound effort on it, and it was really a masterclass in that wrestling that Bader's background is. And in his post-fight interview, he told Big John, he goes, my corner said just be Ryan. And what he meant with that was be yourself, be a wrestler, be the guy who gets in there and dominates your opponent. And he did just that. And, that went to unanimous decision, and that puts right there Ryan Bader over Lyoto Machida going into July, where he will either face Corey Anderson or, and I'm not even going to try to say that name because Jesus, that one. We're just going to call him Dovey. this point. I couldn't say it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That one's tough. It's a it's Muradov, but he's gonna face one of those two now. Out of that fight, that's just a completely different fight. So it's good that they've got a little bit of a fight camp, because this is not going to happen until sometime in July. So they'll be able to prepare for that. Looking at the other side of it, you've got Vadim Nemkov versus Phil Davis and Anthony Johnson versus Yoel Romero. Now, out of the rest of these cards, the one that I would be most excited to watch next would definitely be Anthony Johnson, Yoel Romero, because let's be honest, we haven't seen him fight in a minute. You know, Yoel Romero's first fight in the Bellator ring versus Anthony Rumble Johnson. It's gonna be wild. Yoel Romero is a wild man. Now, can he get the job done over Anthony? I don't know. Anthony's got some fights under his belt. They're both not the youngest chaps in the book, but it will be interesting to see how far these two can go. And then you also got Vadim Nemkov on that card. And you know, he was the reigning light heavyweight champ. He beat Ryan Bader for the title, and that is what it is. Now he's got to put it up. So going forward, I predict that the October final will be Ryan Bader, probably versus Vadim Nemkov again. I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's who will make it through. As much as I'd like to see him fight Anthony Johnson or Yoel Romero, I just don't see those two quite making it to the finals, but we'll see. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. I am excited to watch the next round of fights coming up. So stay tuned for that. And I'm probably going to try to do some fight companions, maybe some live streaming fight companions with it. And until next time, check out tmfapparelusa.com. Get you some swag. I do have some Ryan Bader gear. I'm going to make some gear for the other fighters as well. Some of your favorite fighters. And if you want some gear yourself, I can custom make you your own fight shirts as well. So check me out on the web. And until next time, we'll see you later.